All right, thanks, Josh. A father is questioning why a deputy is allowed to keep his job after the deputy accidentally tased a 13-year-old girl in the face. The East Baton Rouge Parish school system is investigating the incident, but admits it happened and that it was unintended. The investigative unit spoke to the dad and has more on what led up to the altercation.
Fallon, little pretty ass. I'm gonna have to look you up on your social media, girl. You pretty. I like petite women. That is my preference. I'm Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida. I forgot where they said we at. Somewhere in Louisiana maybe. I don't remember, but I know they tasing 13-year-olds in the face. If you're new here, we watch the video, and when that is done, I give my opinion about it until I am satiated. It's been a while, huh, Insider? If you only want to see the video, that is perfectly fine. You can leave when it is over. I usually remind you guys again, and no one will be terribly upset with you. I can't lie, man. There's a lot of great stuff going on in this story, but obviously there are some things we need to discuss as well. It's not how pretty Fallon is.
Bess Casserly reports.
According to the school system, the school resource officer was attempting to de-escalate a potential altercation between two girls using his stun gun, but apparently pressed the wrong button. This is the end of an alleged altercation between two 8th grade girls that resulted in one of them being tased in the mouth by a deputy. It happened Tuesday at the bus transfer site on Sherwood. The 13-year-old girl left with a sore lip and chest where the prongs made contact.
If you're working around kids, the last resort, and these two 8th graders, we're talking about 8th graders, what threat are they? Why would you even pull a weapon?
Randall Johnson is the girl's father.
But I didn't want to go so far that they brush it under the rug.
He says his daughter is a straight-A student who causes no trouble.
Even if my daughter was a failing student, I still feel the same way. But my daughter happens to be the top of her class, student of the year at Capital Elementary. They're going to school for agriculture for LSU. But it wouldn't matter because if it was your daughter, you'll feel the same way.
The school system acknowledges the incident and sent us this statement saying that the officer intended to activate the stun gun's alert noise feature, but, quote, unfortunately, the prongs made unintended contact with a student.
When he pulled that taser, he took it out the holster. When he took it out the holster, right then, no mistakes.
The deputy, Nicholas Davis, has been employed with the sheriff's office for 4 years. He's assigned to the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, but he was working extra duty at the school transfer point that day.
If I had accidentally tased somebody, a child for sure, in the face, I would be prosecuted right now.
Officer Davis has been placed on administrative leave from the school system and won't be allowed to work extra duty or carry a stun gun until he is retrained and recertified.
The girl she was finna fight after this was like, I feel bad now because they tased her in the face. In the face, y'all. All the kids that seen that was like, whoa, and every parent should be scared.
Johnson says the school system is cooperating, but that he's still looking into taking legal action.
Not no slap on the hand, losing, no.
Although his daughter was not seriously injured, he believes the deputy's negligence could have had greater consequences.
He could have shot the other little girl. He could have took her out. I got cousins with pacemakers. They could have been dead. She would have been dead if that was her.
Johnson says his daughter has been out of school for the past few days, but will return on Monday. The school system intends to provide them with the body cam footage from Deputy Davis by next week. In the newsroom, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.
I almost switched Fallon for Bethany. Beth, what I can say, I forgot her name that quick, but I'm going to keep it to myself why I did, man. I saw something like, damn, shorty, really? The video is over. If that is all you wanted to see, you are free to leave. You're free to stay. If you stay and say something slick in the comments, I may or may not respond profanely. I think some of y'all be saying stuff because you want some attention, man. I ain't no damn, I'm a man. So if you're a guy trying to say something to me in the comments, get some attention, your ass is on a failed mission already. I like this father, man. I like him a lot. So this is a story there in Baton Rouge. I hope I said that name right. Shout out to you guys. Y'all about to have an epic Super Bowl. There's some friends and I were actually talking about going, but that fell through for different reasons. This is a story I covered, man, and I'm telling you guys, man, if this was about money for me, man, y'all would get so much that y'all don't get, because I actually care about, number one, anything attached to my namesake and reputation, but also, you know what I mean, what the things we talk about. So y'all covered, and I ain't like it. I knew it like a couple days ago, so it's just been sitting in the stash, and I'm back to it, and now I got that feeling. I like this father, man. He made so many great points. I don't even want to touch on them because I feel like I would take away from where he left them at, and I think where he left them at were fine. So I'm gonna walk lightly, maybe just trying to give my opinion on some things he said, but overall mostly on the situation, because again, he just knocked damn near every ball out of the park. One thing I didn't like about the first time I covered this video, I made too much of a deal about him saying in the beginning, he asked the question, what harm could 8th graders do? And he kind of began to build an argument on that part of his argument. And I was like, well, first and foremost, big dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you just kind of like, and we all do it. Now I can see that, and I couldn't see it before. We all just sometimes just like, we speak far outside of the realm of our intellect and our ability to articulate our thoughts. Because he was just, like I said, I can't overstate how much he hit every point out of the park. But then he asked that question, which I'm pretty sure if he sat down and asked himself that question, he wouldn't ask himself that question because he himself would know the answers. And I think any thinking adult does. You know what I mean? We've watched younger children cause corners, not only in school, but outside of school. So that question is self-explanatory there. And to be more specific to me, I think you may rather have any other responsible adult besides me and that cop. Let me say that. And people like him and us, because I promise you, I would let your daughters and son fight. That's why I don't, I'm not even going to get into those type of situations and those type of careers, because I know me, and more so I know the world around me. And I'm not going back and forth for your damn children or the school system or you and whoever else you bring with you, because I was trying to keep your child and another child safe, and you don't like the way I handle it. Man, if you don't get the hell out my damn face, you come and teach these wild ass kids. And I love kids. I just tell the truth about every damn thing. So that's the first thing going in my mind, man. First and foremost, you better be glad that somebody even damn care. And please, this is me, man. Don't think I'm letting the officer off the hook. I tell y'all, I think differently, and I like to share my thoughts with you guys. So that's what we do, right? I would not intervene. Now, out in public, if I see something, I try to measure things, but I'm also have natural instincts, and sometimes I get involved in things that I may not have when I think about it later. Hindsight is 20/20, but I'm just saying, I'm already knowing. That's why I stay away from them type of situations. Because no matter how good your intentions are, you're going to have to deal with some badass kids, somebody who's taking their damn side, and whether it be the school system or the parent, and you're just trying to help somebody put yourself in a badass situation. No, sir, no, ma'am. I speak for the men and women like me. Them your kids, FTK. I think that's what we say. Now, we love them. If you're going to think rationally about them, which is what I was saying in the first video, I don't think that dad was when he made that statement, but now I renege on that thought. I think he just spoke too fast there. But if you're going to think rationally about them, and I know that, of course, I will intervene for your child, for whatever, but I'm not going to put myself, man, you crazy as hell. All right, back to the story. I'm upset that and God, praise God, it did not happen. If that cop, and I hope I don't forget to touch on that, would have killed that girl or another child out there, every damn parent in that school probably would be upset. And then there would be board meetings and all this. And this is another reason I'm saying, like, I want to tell y'all, man, how I talk to my therapist. I might say that in another video. I don't want to make this one too long. But that's something I want to talk to my therapist about. It's hard for me to relate to humans when they think like that. Like, okay, one of these kids actually have to die or suffer a tragic injury messing with these coward-ass cops and these terrorist-ass, violent-ass cops for everybody to be irate and actually practically doing something about it? Because right now, Dad is like that's one thing he knocked out of the park. I'll just attach it to what I'm saying. He said all parents should be afraid. How in the hell can you disagree with him when you stop living life so fast you don't think well enough? I ain't trying to insult nobody. I'm just being honest. How in the hell can you disagree? Brother and sister, I'm so damn far under the rock. When they said school resource officers, which is what they identified this coward by in certain parts of the story, I always thought those was like some mall cops. I didn't know they actually employ off-duty cops overtime to do this, right? I thought they literally like mall cops, and them having weapons is never crossed my damn mind. At the most, I thought they probably might be in there with a can of Mason. Not even that, if I'm being honest. I really thought they were like mall cops, just there as security or something, right? I didn't know. Once again, I ain't gonna say it, but that's a little crazy. A couple of weeks ago, a story came across my desk that one of these states is mustering up to pass a law, or may have already passed a law, where the teachers are going to be armed with weapons. Boy, y'all don't want me to unpack that. Y'all have to catch me on my other platform. Y'all gonna think I'm too far off the left field if I tell you how I feel about that. You telling me, though. So let me take it back. I don't know if they in school with guns, but this dude had a stun gun. Okay. But you telling me they letting these incompetent ass men and women they call police officers in our school. I am so damn tired of making this point to y'all that prison and jail guards are cops. I'm not saying anybody who still watches my video disagrees with that, but at a point, there were some people in my comment section saying, hey, there's a discrepancy there. There's a difference. There's a dividing line. And I'm just, how many times have I said, how many times do they have to tell us that's not so before y'all motherfuckers start believing it? I never believed it because I just look at reality and call it what it is. I ain't lost in too many illusions in my head. Back to this story. I'm a little concerned, man. I mean, the incompetence. Once again, I don't have to pull things from Peter Pan world, man. I said, how in the hell are these incompetent ass men and women, and they're example after example, institutionally, out in society. When I say institutionally, I'm talking about they security guards at a game, where the hell level they at, they incompetent and violent. How many examples do we need of that to see that maybe these ain't the motherfuckers? I would be more comfortable if y'all hired some type of outside agency or something. You know, like they got bail bondsmen and what they call them people, dog, the bounty hunters that go and, arrest people, them motherfuckers too. Y'all, I be seeing some of them videos. I ain't saying y'all don't do good work here and there, but I do be seeing some other here and there too. But I would be more comfortable if they hired some responsible people from a private firm or something like that they could hold accountable. Because remember, right now, this segment of my video is about incompetence. And I'm about to drive it home with this very situation. But I'm just saying, I'm really like this father, man. Go back and listen to what he said if you didn't hear it well enough, man. This ain't no damn small thing here. He shot the girl in the face with a stun gun. Now let's talk about the incompetence. I just did. Is y'all listening at all? Incompetence, not just in him. Who's signing off on these folk having guns around people's kids, man? I mean, I know I keep saying guns, but weapons at all. Who's signing off on this, family? Like the school, but don't y'all have parent-teacher conference? Like the parents aren't involved? Like y'all okay with these people walking around schools with guns and stuff? Yeah, like for me, if that was my child, bro, I'm at every meeting. How are you vetting them? How are you choosing who's there? I want to see their damn training. You're not gonna have no mother. And then, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, well, my kid can't go to this school because if everybody's on board with it, and then when something crazy like this happened, everybody pretty much ain't on board with saying, yo, what the with that? Y'all letting me know, man. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to tell my therapist, I just can't be around these. They just think too differently than me. I know who cops are. So once I hear that I've been telling y'all the whole time, I thought these resource officers were some mall cops, weaponless. Boy, you think I'm finna know a cop anywhere around with authority around my kid with them military ass weapons, any of them, and I ain't gonna be on ass? I wouldn't know who working what shit. Man, you crazy as hell. You gotta vet them people, because why in the hell are y'all around kids with good weapons anyway? Okay, that's kind of like the question Pops asked. I say we all do it, but I get it. But now that we understand this may be something that we need, now you vet like hell, bro. One day I'm going to tell y'all about the company I work for. These folk like the CIA, and it was one of the best companies literally in the world. It's another story. But I'm not understanding who's signing off on these cowards and then who's vetting them being around people, children with military weapons, family. Obviously, they ain't doing a good-ass job, because this clown don't even know how to handle a stun gun with some kind of noise shit attached to it. He shot the baby in the face, family. Yeah, I had it, man. Incompetence, man. Not just in homie with the weapon, man, but in all the way up the ladder, man. It couldn't be more clear. And at the bottom of the ladder, where there's the potential for there to be victims, guess who's there? Y'all innocent kids. I'm telling you, man, if y'all got these motherfuckers in your kid's school and you don't know what the hell going on with them, I'm kind of side-eyeing you, man. That's just being real. What the fuck are you pulling out, a stun gun or the noise? Whatever the hell you was trying to use that's attached to the stun gun around kids. Y'all don't, like I say, I already detailed we've seen kids commit all type of carnage. But sir, these are still kids. Once again, dad hit it out of the park, except when he asked what harm could 8th graders. Once again, we all know the answer to that question. We've seen very heartbreaking literal examples of that over and over again. Anyway, sir, if you don't see that or have any real inclination about what the fuck do you got a weapon out anyway? They said you was, I don't know, maybe you was a puny man. I don't know. It'd be puny men too. Like it'd be big, strong, muscular women. So maybe you was a puny man. I didn't see any puny men in this video. I'm just wondering what in the hell about this situation made you think you need to reach for any type of weapon. I would have just, and it looked like there were other officers out there. Why all y'all ain't rushing in on this? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how in the hell did we get to the incompetence of you choosing to bring a weapon into the situation and then not knowing how to wield the weapon right, and you shot the baby in her face. I'm going to keep coming back to this damn point that why in the hell is this father the only one upset? I seen a lot of kids out there. The father and the girl that she was about to fight. Let me say this too. I promise you, if this was not this man articulating himself and his worldview as well as he did and as thoughtful as he did, I would not have given one damn about what he was saying about his daughter. I don't think this man was lying about anything he said. He was speaking too articulately and too much from his heart. But a lot of parents, I'm sorry if you're one, I don't want to step on your toes to disrespect you. We all need our channels checked sometimes. A lot of parents be saying the things that he said about his daughter and they be the scoundrels. I think I said in one video, those parents out there talking about my kid just around a bad crowd. No, I mean, for it to be a bad crowd, some parents have to have bad kids. If everybody kid around a bad crowd, then how the hell, you see what I'm saying? But I believe him once again because this man was speaking too earnestly. The incompetence of this man not knowing how to handle this situation, I don't think many untrained law enforcement, that is, human beings would have gone into that situation just thinking. I think most of us would have been like, nah, we don't need a weapon. At least tried to if we were going to get involved. We would have at least attempted to, right? Call for help or something. I don't know it's just hard for me to process how an adult thinks you need a weapon when you see two girls almost engaging in a physical encounter. And though I don't know, she was small. Maybe the other girl was Andre the Giant. On top of your incompetence, sir, the incompetence of the school system and whoever's backing this guy with the police department saying, hey, this is what you didn't do a damn thing, man. You didn't do anything to make the community feel safer. You didn't do anything to put checks and balances in place to make sure this isn't happening. Are there other people who work at the prison and just want to make some like, have you seen how they talk? And I'm not saying everybody that works in the prison industry does this, but have you seen how a lot of them talk to and treat prisoners? I'm sorry, I don't give a damn because they locked up and they did this or that. They're paying for it right now. I'm not saying I'm separated from whatever life they may have disrupted or lives they may have disrupted on the other side of their crimes if they're guilty. I'm saying they're paying for it right now. You don't get to just then dehumanize them. You're breaking the rules. So why the fuck you mad at them for doing it? We got to be consistent in our morality or shut the fuck up. And like I say, I have my brothers, not my blood brothers, but I have friends in prison right now. I know it, especially in Georgia prison, they literally letting those guys get killed in there. These are the people that you getting overtime around kids. I'm not surprised that these motherfuckers, and then they police anyway. None of this surprises me that they shooting little girls in the face. It's all part of y'all incompetence. Down to the part where y'all come out here and get these bullshit ass excuses that most of the American public buy. Me calm down. I got a little too loud in this video, man. Go back and listen to what the dad said, man. I'm gonna think about Fallon with her pretty ass. Reason I remember her name, I got a partner in Savannah named Fallon, but he's a guy. We gotta be more concerned. How many times I say this in my videos? I'm at 17 minutes. This video should not be this long about things happening in society, in our world, before it be happening to that old cliche, man. I think that's the best point this father made. Besides the other one when he said, what the fuck you mean a mistake? It's not a mistake. At best, it's incompetence. At worst, it's intentional violence. They are consistently guilty of both. You got to go back and listen to him. I ain't going to try to rehash that man points and butcher him. He made them too well. I commonly say, though, in these videos, these are not just videos for me. I'm literally right now formulating a strategy in my mind to speak with my therapist about how to relate to humanity that have to see absolute horror before they feel like there should be a group response, before there should be a congregated response. Other than that, everybody's just fine going on about their life. It's like those idiots who get on to us for policing cops when nothing happens. That's what you want. I've said this before in the video. You don't even have a nothing happening here. You have a child getting shot in the face by a motherfucker. Once again, at the worst incompetent, at best incompetent, at worst intentionally violent cop. I'm with the dad, man. And let me say this finally. I am so glad to finally see a story where a father is not only speaking, but being heard. Because usually there are only mother's voices. Even if there's a dad there will only be mother's voices. And that's another reason I believe what he says about his daughter, because he was so involved in his story. I can assume he's that involved in his children's life. So, hey, man. When you see things going on like this, I'm not telling you how much you need to invest in it, but it could be someone you love, man. So if you have anything to invest in, I think you should. I'm just being honest because, old cliche, put the shoe on the other foot. You're going to want everybody that knows anything about your situation to care in whatever ways they can. I think we don't need to be motivated to do the same. I think we should actually be looking for opportunities to do the same well before tragedy occurs, man. I think that's the best case scenario. I'm Tyrant, Bill. Y'all be good.
All right, thanks, Josh. A father is questioning why a deputy is allowed to keep his job after the deputy accidentally tased a 13-year-old girl in the face. The East Baton Rouge Parish school system is investigating the incident, but admits it happened and that it was unintended. The investigative unit spoke to the dad and has more on what led up to the altercation. Bess Casserly reports.
According to the school system, the school resource officer was attempting to de-escalate a potential altercation between two girls using his stun gun, but apparently pressed the wrong button. This is the end of an alleged altercation between two 8th grade girls that resulted in one of them being tased in the mouth by a deputy. It happened Tuesday at the bus transfer site on Sherwood. The 13-year-old girl left with a sore lip and chest where the prongs made contact.
If you're working around kids, the last resort, and these two 8th graders, we're talking about 8th graders, what threat are they? Why would you even pull a weapon?
Randall Johnson is the girl's father.
But I didn't want to go so far that they brush it under the rug.
He says his daughter is a straight-A student who causes no trouble.
Even if my daughter was a failing student, I still feel the same way. But my daughter happens to be the top of her class, student of the year at Capital Elementary. They're going to school for agriculture for LSU. But it wouldn't matter because if it was your daughter, you'll feel the same way.
I'm with you, Pop. If I was in Baton Rouge, I'd have been out there with you on the side. I don't need no camera time. Lord willing. I just can't get over how these well-trained heroes always accidentally terrorizing Americans. I do think you should have ramped that question up a little bit, though, Dad. You should have asked them what they think would happen if you were picking up your daughter one day and accidentally tased that school resource officer in the face. Or his 13-year-old daughter. I wonder if the school board would have wrote a letter for you. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.